he was a goner. So I shot him in the face and his head burst like a flesh pinata, spraying the zombie kitties with its brain candy. This slowed them all down as they reeked inside the emptied husk of fruit on its shoulders. Then they tore at one another for the morsels on their shirt sleeves and collars. The whole sick scene almost looked like a birthday party from my distance. So I took my time, picking them off, one by one, from the rooftop.
You're listening to 6 minutes and 66 seconds with me, your host, Michael Arnzen. That opening track, if you've never heard it before, is called Brain Candy, and it's lifted off of an album I put out through Raw Dog Screaming Press about a decade ago, I think, of spoken word horror set to music called Audiovile, and you can find it at arnzen.bandcamp.com, which includes an expanded version and has a live version of that track, which has some interesting audience participation. Give it a listen, check it out, buy it at arnzen.bandcamp.com. Hopefully I can include more audio stuff like that in this podcast, so stay tuned. I have a large collection of things I've recorded over the years that I'm just going to share with you, especially when I run out of ideas for the podcast to talk about. But I do have something I want to talk about. Birthdays. To me, brain candy is associated with birthdays. And I had a birthday last month and thought about it. And I thought, hey, I should talk about the weirdness of birthdays on the podcast. Because for one thing, birthdays are not really about us, though we for some reason think they are. We get gifts, people say happy birthday and celebrate us, and we feel like the star of our own little show. We put on the funny hat, blow out the birthday candles. But to me, blowing out the candles is the real metaphor, because every birthday is like a track mark on the way towards our demise. I don't mean to be too morbid and depressing on this episode, but think about it. What are we celebrating with a birthday that has to do with us? Like, do you remember the moment you were born? You probably don't. If you did, you'd probably repress it because it was icky and painful and strange. In fact, I recently watched an episode of the television program Monk. It's the one, it might be called Mr. Monk and the Nudist Colony or something like that, where it features a nudist colony. And Monk is so triggered by naked people, and he associates them with filth, that at one point he visits his psychiatrist, who's asking him these questions, and we start to think he's going to confess some traumatic childhood experience that he's repressed, like he was abused by his mother or beaten by his father, the way he describes the pain and the screaming. And then it turns out he's recollecting his own birth and it traumatized him so much, and it's this big breakthrough. It's kind of hilarious, but that's what we're celebrating when we celebrate birthdays, is coming into this world. And it's kind of we should be celebrating our mothers. This is my thesis, that birthdays actually should be Mother's Days. Yes, plural. I think we should celebrate our mothers as Mother's Day on our birthday. Like, that should be Mother's Day. And there should be multiple Mother's Days if a woman has multiple children. And everybody should celebrate it. Even if they don't like their mother, they're lucky to be alive because of her, and they're lucky if she's still around. So, happy birthday to me? No. Happy Mother's Day. Okay, so what else can we talk about beyond birthdays and the weirdness of them? We only got a couple moments left here. between this episode and next time, I'll be attending StokerCon. So if you're going to that, come say hello. I'll be doing a reading. I'll be giving a class on the uncanny and the abject. I'll be moderating a panel on crafting original monsters and other things. I can't remember what all I'm doing, but it should be a fun party. I'm also going to be appearing on a podcast called Coffee Fueled Stories. Michelle, the host of that podcast, often interviews writers talking about coffee and storytelling, and she has no idea how big of an addict I am to caffeine, so she has no idea what's in store. That'll be fun. Look for that. Coffee Fueled Stories. Till next time, this is 6 minutes and 66 seconds.